Well, it's time to do some real maintenance. I've done a few of the jobs on my list for this winter. I don't think I'm going to be able to do all of them, I'm not sure. But one of the more important things is to replace the diaphrame seal on the Saildrive. So today I'm going to drain the coolant and the oil from the engine. And if the weather permits it, I'm going to drain the oil from the Saildrive tomorrow, because when it's raining outside, water runs down the sides of the hull, and for some reason it gathers and runs down the Saildrive. So if I put a bucket underneath, I'm going to fill it with water, and I don't want to do that. So I need to have a few an hour or so of no precipitation. That will be good. So I'm patiently waiting for that to happen. When I've drained the oil and drained the coolant, I'm going to start loosening bolts, just to see there's no bolts that is stuck or rusted to pieces or something. Go over everything and prepare so everything is ready for disassembly the coming days. I also need to check if the Saildrive is electrically separated from the engine, but I forgot my multimeter today. So yeah, I have to do that tomorrow before I take stuff apart, because that's one of the checks you do when you have finished. And if the problem existed beforehand, it's a good thing to know. So that's why I want to check it before I disassemble the engine from the Saildrive, or split the engine from the Saildrive. So I'm going to go ahead and get into a working position here. So there is a bit of noise. This diesel heater that's running. I've just turned it off, but it runs for 10 minutes to cool down. But I have hooked up this oil suction device, or you can also use it for other things like I'm doing now. I've just threaded this on to this pipe connector down here on the coolant draining valve, which is this one. And of course I have taken the lid off my heading tank up here. The heat exchanger lid is not an active part of the coolant system on this configuration. It is the pressure cap in the tank up here, which is the pressurizing unit. Oh, there, finally. So this is I am pumping more and more vacuum into this and trying to drain as much coolant as possible. The reason for draining the coolant is because these two hoses goes to the hot water tank and the cabin heat on the boat. I have a possibility to run a heater off the coolant of the engine, and that is fantastic. But it needs to be disconnected for the engine to move forward. So I'll just continue working as quickly as I can, and we will pick it up when it's done. Now this canister will be a little bit more stable, so when I start pouring into it I won't spill so much or risk toppling it over. Now there is a vacuum in this collecting unit, and I won't have the drips coming out of the valve here. It looks like there is bubbles coming out, and that is correct, and that is it sucks air into this the tap that I'm unscrewing or screwing into this valve when I'm closing it, so it sucks air through the threads. So it seems like that was the rest of it. So this is the coolant. There's a bit of wind outside, but if you see the color here, it's green, almost like it could look like diesel, almost the same color. The European diesel for agriculture and boats and so on, but it is quite clear and quite nice. So I'm gonna keep this. This is green antifreeze. It's the non-toxic kind. So I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to run it through the cooling system next time I'm going to winterize the engine, so that it is used one extra time before I throw it away, because I'm putting new one in when I've taken it out, because it's been into this canister that I use this for oil and so on. I had to clean it, but of course I don't want to put oil into the cooling system in any way. So yeah, sorry for the dark footage, but that's the time of year in Norway.